Greetings, fellow Space Marines. In this special video presentation, I have something really cool to share with all of you. As you guys know, every year I attend the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, usually going around checking out all the really cool classic games, from arcades to consoles to PC games and more. This year, however, I was invited as a special guest to present the Toby Accessibility Mod. It took place on Friday, August 7th at 6:30 p.m. at the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City, New York. In this video, I will be showcasing some of the highlights from the presentation. I will be posting 3 other videos on my channel related to the Toby Accessibility Mod presentation. One will be the full recording of it. The second will be my re-recording of the presentation, since the original recording of it didn't have the best sound, unfortunately. Even though you can still hear most of what I'm saying, but there are portions that are a bit garbled. The re-recording sounds a lot better and more professional, as well as I was able to include more of the in-game demonstration content and going over it in more detail. In addition to the re-recording, I will be posting demonstration footage of Toby Heretic and Toby Hexen. Before I roll the highlights, I'd like to take this time to thank the organizers of the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, who are Ryan, Joel, Leroy, Joe, and the audiovisual guy Kevin in Panel Room 2 for helping me set up. I just want to thank you guys for giving me this amazing opportunity to present the Toby Accessibility Mod at the Expo. I really had a great time, albeit my anxiety was through the roof, but nevertheless, it was a great experience overall. I too would like to thank everyone who attended my presentation that evening and for sticking around to check out the Toby Accessibility Mod. And a special thank you and shout out to the gentleman who came over to talk to me after the presentation and for having such kind words. Really, I absolutely appreciate it, man. So stick around until the end, because that moment was caught on my camcorder. It's really nice, and seriously, it really was just such a pleasure, really. And before I forget, I would like to remind everyone to go and check out the Toby Accessibility Mod version 10.0. RC1 is released for everyone to play, so go and check it out. I'll have the download information in the description below. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
How's
everybody doing? Doing all right?
Good.
All right, cool. All right, so welcome to my presentation of the Toby Accessibility Mod. This is a modification for Doom. So once everyone gets seated, we'll begin. All right. All ready? Greetings, everyone. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alan, and I am the lead developer behind the Toby Accessibility Mod for Doom. Now, some of you may be asking, what is the Toby Accessibility Mod? It is a modification for the classic first-person shooter game Doom, which incorporates a wide array of accessibility features for those with visual disabilities. The Toby Accessibility Mod began in 2017 after I had been contacted by a gentleman named Toby I. Toby told me all about himself and how, even though he is completely blind, he still finds enjoyment in playing video games. He too referred me to a documentary about him called Gaming Through New Eyes, which was filmed and produced by Bert Eifel, also known as Banshee08 on YouTube. In today's presentation, I'll be going over the process that my team and I have used to approach the Toby Accessibility Mod. This process can be used as a base for other developers looking to incorporate accessibility features into their own games. I'd like to take this time to show you some of these features in action. As you can see, it's the same time. Who's ready to rip and tear? I know you over there ready to rip and tear. So before I do proceed, if anyone is susceptible to motion sickness, I would strongly advise to look away from the TV because Doom motion sickness is a thing. Toby Accessibility Mod, there's a bunch of different batch files here which will automatically start the game that you want, but we're going to be focusing on Toby Doom. Sounds good.
Main menu.
Sounds too good. So in Toby Doom, we have a bunch of blind player-friendly levels, so players, especially those with visual impairments, could navigate through them with more ease. So I'll go over that with you.
Toby Doom 2 tutorial level.
I'll start with the tutorial.
Choose your difficulty.
And we have 4 main difficulties.
Normal, hard, totally sad.
That's the Toby version of Nightmare for Doom. Yeah, but for this demonstration, I'm just going to stick to the normal difficulty. But I'll show you Total Insanity at the end of this.
Walk forward to skip intro.
And just for the sake of time, I'll just show you. So this is the tutorial level where players can get the hang of everything in the game. Before I proceed, though, I want to just show briefly the sound cue directory and also our Toby menu, if you will.
Options.
So we have sound options as number 1.
Sound cue directory.
That's the second, and then customized controls is the third. So all the more important stuff is near the top of the menu, so players can get right to where they need to make any modifications. So sound cue directory.
Sound cue directory.
This has all the different beacon sounds, pickup sounds, usually just beacon sounds primarily, but also enemy sounds, and so on and so forth. I mean, this has all that players need to familiarize themselves with all that the Toby Accessibility Mod has to offer.
Options. Main menu. Keys on doors section.
Red door.
As you can hear,
Of choices added.
so anytime you approach a key-colored door or the exit, you'll hear that indication that a point of interest is added, and that's for the Pathfinder system, which we'll get into momentarily. So since we discovered the red key and the red door, let me just go out of this room for a moment. Alright, so I'm going to bring up the map marker menu.
Marker menu.
So
Add Pathfinder.
we're going to go into Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Stop Pathfinder. Level will start. Red door.
So I do want to mention that when you do discover like a locked door that requires a key or any other point of interest, it will then be added to the pathfinding list. So since we discovered the red door, it's added to the list. So we're going to navigate to the red door from here.
Dismiss. Path found.
So all players have to do is follow that little beacon thing you see there.
Unlock doors section. Destination reached.
Pathfinder is, as I mentioned, a virtual seeing eye dog. So if the player needs help navigating to those important locations like the locked doors, they're able to do so. So let's go in here for a moment. I'm going to show you the area scanner system. Quiet you. Yeah, so the twitching zombie on the pipe is making noise. But, alright, so the area scanner, you press V on your keyboard.
On your left, medium distance, impale filter in front of you, medium distance, pipe with a few heads, hanging leg, hanging pair of legs, hanging man, severed leg, hanging man, which impale filter on your right, close, Gaku demon corpse, pinky demon corpse.
So as you see, it tells you exactly what's in your field of view. What's to the left of you, in front of you, and to the right of you, and how close it is.
Hanger.
And at the beginning of every level, it tells you the name of it. So that's another thing so you know exactly what level you're on. Alright, so just going to play through this level, and of course you'll hear all the other sounds. What? I'll get into that momentarily, later on in the presentation. I do have something, though. Yeah, it's called the Toby Challenge. I'll go over it soon. I can hear that little did sound? Listen. Yeah, that's the impact detection system. Listen.
Weapon. Green armor. Armor bonus. Armor bonus.
also adding ambient sounds within the levels just to give a general idea of where the player is. So it helps them illustrate it in their own mind, the level.
Red key is white. Flip, shell. Flip. Red key. Shotgun. Red access granted. Clip.
Alright, so as you can definitely hear, there's a lot of stuff going on there, but it's a very simple level that allows players to really get the hang of navigation. And there's a whole bunch of different things they can get used to, especially like doors and switches and even enemy encounters. Oh, I'll show you in just a moment. Yeah, I was meaning to have the crosshair on one of them a little bit longer, but I got in the moment there. I mean, come on, it's Doom, right?
Menu dismissed. Shotgun. Flip.
Yeah, so there's different targeter sounds based on whatever's in your crosshair. So with that higher pitched beep, that's usually an enemy. And the barrel, as I showed you earlier. Yeah, so the future of the Toby Accessibility Mod, what we have in store, well, we're going to be working on adding the accessibility features to Duke Nukem 3D and its offers other classic Quake in the near future. The one thing that we would love to do most of all is develop our very own game that would still include the same exact accessibility features that I've just shown previously. If anyone would like to help us get that project off the ground, we would much appreciate it. I would like to take this time to give a big thank you and shout out to my dream team, Team Toby, who consists of not only me, but Gerald and Pridella, two most amazing programmers who made many of these features possible, and especially Pridella, who has gone above and beyond with all the amazing work he has contributed to this project. Many of the cool features you've seen in today's demo were done by him. Then Jesse Anderson for helping to mold this project into what it is today, helping with beta testing, and for helping to promote the Toby Accessibility Mod on social media. And then we have the one, the only Toby Ott for helping with the beta testing and consulting. Then Carl Grantham for his awesome suggestions and help with the beta testing. StormDragon2976 for help with multiplayer, tech support, beta testing, and creating the Toby Doom launcher. Then we have MWTab and TDoomShroom5440 for their help with multiplayer and beta testing. And lastly, Piano777, WZY, and Blind Warrior Gamer for beta testing and offering extremely helpful feedback. So I can't thank these guys enough for all the awesome work they've done. This project wouldn't be what it is without them. They literally are gods. So that's all for now, folks. Thank you all for being here and listening in. And at this time, I'll gladly take questions if anyone has anything you'd like to ask or know more about the Toby Accessibility Mod. Thank you again, and I hope all of you have a great evening and stay true. Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, I'm very inspired by all of the design decisions made around like pathfinding and stuff. I'm wondering, like, what do you think was a particular challenge around adding accessibility to like an existing game versus making your own from the ground up?
That's a very good question. So Doom, fortunately, is a very versatile game, and it just really allowed us to kind of mold it into what we wanted to. And especially with the UZ Doom engine, it really opens up a lot of possibilities. But yeah, of course, even though we still have some things that we may not be able to incorporate, but it's still an ever-evolving mod for Doom, so we're always constantly doing some updates to it. Yeah, with all that we have, all that we did with the project, it really, it still was a challenge, for us, but it was something that we were more than willing to take on because we're having fun doing it. Thank you for your question. All right, so I thank all of you for being here. I really appreciate it, honestly. This is exciting. All right, so. So thank you all for being here. Have a great evening. Be safe and enjoy the rest of the expo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Rest of the day, so it's all yours. I just want to say, like, this is like really cool, and I really love that you did something to open up Doom to like more gamers, and it's like accessibility in gaming is just like I'm just thinking like this the. Forza Horizon, like the sign language stuff in that is like, I just saw this on the schedule and I'm like, I have to see what this is about, and it's amazing. So
Thank
yeah,
you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
thank you. And what was that documentary that you said? Because I'm interested in that.
Oh yeah, gaming through new eyes.
Gaming through the eyes. Okay.
Yeah, you could also look up Toby Ott. That's OTT. That's how he spells his last name. Yeah, so you could look him up, look up Gaming through new eyes, and you'll find the documentary. And it's really awesome. I mean, it's really cool to learn about Toby's story, and I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Okay. Great. No. Yeah. Thank you. And keep up. Like I'm just like I was just thinking there like other games that like you can do this with. Like I know you're working with like the build engine, but like other games that could have like those sound cues put in them. I'm just like wondering, like Mario, for example, even like, but like that kind of has sound cues already built into it, sorta. But like I don't know. So
I mean, it also depends on the type of game too. I mean, it's a lot easier to do that with first-person shooters, and even I guess you could say even like racing games too. It is possible. One thing that I was thinking about with racing games in particular, you know how a slot car track works?
yes.
Yeah, so all that players would have to do is just focus on acceleration and brake, and their car is already attached to some kind of track or rail or whatnot, an invisible one, if you will. So,
Okay. Well, yeah, cool. Thank you. I really enjoyed that. But yeah,
You're welcome.
Enjoy your expo.
thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thanks.
Take care.